Morning everybody, Zaid here from Skidmore second-hand tyres. After months and months and months of not being able to get out, I've managed to get out. I was planning to come out yesterday morning, but it's absolutely tipping it down, and even though today it's very foggy and humid, I got soap coming up here, coming through the field. It's quite overgrown now, it's quite a trek, and I had to detour into the field because there's a tree falling across the path and right out into the field. So it's quite hard getting up here today because of all the undergrowth, but I'm here, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge today, I think, because it's so humid. But luckily I've got some decent fire starters, and hopefully be able to find some dead standing to get a fire going to cook me dinner and that on. Got to repair the bender as well, because that's starting to fall apart. It's cracking up, I think, because it's well over a year old now, so the branches are getting brittle. And there's a few trees sort of down and leaning over, but quite clear where I am, hopefully. And it's peaceful and calm up here. Got a few things to do this afternoon, a few plans to do things anyway, but basically it's just to chill out and recharge the old batteries. So I'm going to have this water and then go and look for some firewood to get a brew on. I've got a couple of free shouts to do as well, so I'll be doing those through the afternoon. And I'll get back to you in a bit. Cheers. This tastes sweet as a nut, this. Right, this is a shout for Brummy Prepper. If you look at his opening credits at 13 seconds, I'm sure it's me. See what you think. Right, it's just gone 1 o'clock, and I've got the firebox on. I've had a brew already at about midday and kept the fire going. I'm going to have a cup of soup with noodles now for a bit of lunch, and then I'm going to go off and collect some firewood. I've assembled the saw, and it looks like it's been had by a mouse. There's a big hole in the side of the bag, and the bowline at one end is missing, so there's nothing under the up in the woods that's sacred. Actually, Matt Tightwad, I noticed this morning, he had a trip back to Spooky Woods, and someone had dismantled all the stuff in the camp, and a load of the bits of cordage had been chewed and eaten by whatever, so it's probably mice. They do eat a lot of stuff you wouldn't give them credit for, and he's tidied it all away and taken it home now, I think. But it is quite funny to think that whatever you leave up here, someone comes along and tries to make a meal of it. So I'm going to have this in a minute when it boils, and then go off and get some firewood and look for some bits of wood, because I've got my whittling knives up here today. I'm going to do a bit of whittling this afternoon. See how that goes. See you later. Well then, YouTube, just had my lunch, some noodles and mushroom soup, and set me up for the afternoon. Before I go out and collect the firewood, I thought I might just give a shout to a couple of free people. I recently found on YouTube a lovely guy called ZZ Outdoors from America, and he's getting into bushcraft. He's been he had a bad motorcycle accident a year or so ago, a couple of years ago maybe even, and he's recovering from that slowly, but it's still left him a bit crook. But he's getting out and about, having some green time in the woods. A nice drop of knot water, which I'm quite envious about. And he's a great bloke, and his vids are lovely, nice and calm and quiet and peaceful, just like this, hopefully. And I haven't got anything to say cheers with ZZ, but You're in my mind today, bud. And Mike from Ginger Bushcraft, he's a relatively new channel, only been going a few months, but he's mad keen for wild camping. A lot of you probably know him from the Great Northern Bushcraft Show, or meeting, whatever it was they called it, on the same weekend as the Bushcraft Show. He was up there and made lots of friends, I'm sure, so cheers to you, Mike. And also, who's the other one? Oh, Rickle, I know I forget. Rickle's Bushcraft. I've only just come across him last week, and I haven't really had a chance to watch many of his vids, but he does a bit of bushcraft, wild camping and walking in the hills. He's down Eastbourne way. I asked him whether he'd ever bumped into or seen on YouTube Wow Sly, because he's down that way now, I believe. Hopefully they might get to know each other, and it's all hooking up with people, isn't it? So all the best to all you boys, and thanks to all my subscribers and the people who comment on my videos. It really is knockout to read what you write, and it's encouraging that I seem to be doing something reasonably interesting that people are liking to watch. So thank you all for supporting the channel, and I'm going to go and get some firewood in a minute when I finish my fag, so I'll see you all later. And it's gone out. Going by what the firebox was like today to get going, I'm going to break with tradition and do some feather sticks. I've got a bit of oak here. It's been dead standing for donkeys, so it's all seasoned. So I'm going to batten that down a bit, and then feather stick some to help the fire get going tonight. I've got the blender all set up. The clear plastic that I use for a door is drying out now, and all the gear's stowed away. It's just 3 o'clock now actually, so I'm going to chop this up, and then I'm going to have a look at a bit of wood I've got to with regards to giving it a bit of a carve. So I'll just do this now, show that I can do sort of. This is where this bit of wood breaks probably. don't think I need me to tell you that I need more practice, but I don't often do it because I don't really need it most of the time. But it has been raining pretty hard yesterday, and it's very humid in here, and it did take a long time to get the firebox going in the end. So I'm just doing a little bit of preparation to stand me in good stead for the evening. I've got some toilet roll filled with wood shavings and wax, which I made the other day, which are going to go up really well, and they're going to help get some heat into the fire to dry it out. Glasses are steaming up now, it's very humid. So I'll get back to you when I've got something to say. See you later. Right then, I've split down a noggin of hazel, and it was slightly bent, so I was hoping I'd be able to get a set in the spoon handles, and the bit I've started to rough out has got a bit of a set in it, and I've got the starting makings now of a carving set. They're the small blades that you saw me making or finishing off in the last video I did. So I'm going to just slip them out of the tool roll and show you them all finished, sanded up. The handles might get shaped a bit more as I go on, because I don't know how the shape works on a carving tool, but they're reasonably comfortable at the moment, and I've used them just for a little practice, and that lovely little Ben Orford crook knife as well. So I'm going to pull them all out and give you a closer look. Well, the mozzies seem very interested in them as well. They're flying all over the place and just give himself a squirt with insect repellent. Hopefully it'll work. Well, I'll find out tomorrow morning. So I'm going to carry on and do a bit more carving now. I've got the left and the right-handed chisel grinds and a double bevel, and then that black-handled carving knife and the Ben Orford spoon knife. I coincidentally, as I was making these, I got to thinking about using a left and a right beveled knife, single bevel knife, and lo and behold, I'd sort of half done them, or done the bevels on them, and was waiting to get some other bits and pieces together to do a heat treatment in the forge, and Keith 0 Pence had done the same thing, so I knew I was onto the right thing, because if he decides that's a good thing to do, then it must be a good thing to do. So thanks for proving me right, Keith. I'm sure that they're going to work fine, because I've had a little go with them already, as I said earlier. So I'm going to start whittling now, and the sun's out and it's burnt all the mist off now. Well, earlier on it did, really, I suppose. I've got loads of firewood. I'm not going to probably have a fire all night tonight because it's very warm the last few days, even with the rain. So I've got steak, baked potatoes and sweet corn for tea, and then eggs and bacon for breakfast tomorrow. And I don't know what time I'm going to go. I'm sort of thinking I might sort of chill some more out of it, because normally you just have like breakfast and then it's time to pack up and hit the road, and I get home sort of about 11, 12 o'clock. But I might just hang around for a little bit longer tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But it's lovely up here. I keep saying that every video. It's lovely up here. It really is. You just can't beat it. I've been champing at the bit to get up here, and I can't believe I'm here now. It's beautiful. Well, I've come in from outside because the bugs were starting to bite me like mad, and I've been putting Expel or something it's called, some repellent on, and whilst I was packing up I dropped the spoon and then stood on it, but it hasn't broken, it's just got muddy. But that's what we've got so far, and the knives that I made are pretty good, but that Ben Orford it just does what you want. It's so nice to use. I'm going to email them and tell them there's a little bit of praise for them in there, because it is such a nice little spoon knife. I've never tried one before. I did consider the Mora one because of cheapness, but I thought, no, let's go buy British. Might as well put my money where my mouth is, because I'm always saying that British is best. So when it comes to people making things, so I can't praise the little knife enough. It's lovely, and I don't think that the one that I was making would ever be as near as good as that one, because it was quite a broad blade by comparison, so I don't think I would have got the little smaller hollows out with it. So if I make another one, I'm going to make it sort of like as close as I can to that, and if it works as well as that one, then that would be really amazing. So I'm just going to chill now. I've got a fruit shots, or whatever you call it, the Robinson's thing, and keep myself hydrated, and I'm going to have a lay down and read my book. I've got a Jack Reacher, which I've never read before. I've read some of the other ones, and I found this one the other day, so I'm going to be reading that. It's funny because in the books he's 6'5", and I believe that what's his name from Top Gun, Tom Cruise, played him in the film, and he's about 5 foot nothing, isn't he, or something? So, nothing like typecasting. Right, I'm going to chill now for a little while, and then probably think about lighting the fire around about maybe, sort of, I don't know, 7, half 7. I'm feeling a bit peckish, and I've got to let some ash build up, embers build up, so that I can put my spuds on, and they take about 50-55 minutes by my reckoning. They're in foil. I'm going to bury them in the ashes, and I reckon they'll take about 50 to 55 minutes to do, and then I shall bung the sweet corn and the steak on. See you later. Oh, nice. Right, so I've got some cotton wool and Vaseline, a bit of birch bark, and this bit of belt and braces. Right, we'll see how it goes on later on. Well, it taken so far, there's not much smoke, but my theory is that I put all these logs together in an upside down fire, and I've spread it out so that the heat will spread out through the logs and dry them out a bit before it's time to push them in to the fire itself. So hopefully this will sort of be a self-heating, self-drying fire. We'll just have to wait and see, but at the moment it's looking good. Well, the fire's been going for about an hour now, and the wood was extremely wet. In fact, some of it I picked up off the floor that I used as a base, but even the stuff that was up off the floor was quite rotten and spongy in places, so it's burning its way through slowly but surely. But I'm in no hurry anyway. It's warm and toasty up here now. I got a little bit cold earlier on, so I put my jumper on, but it seems to have warmed up again, or the jumper's working. It's a woolly pulley that does really nice. So I'll probably, don't think I'll probably show anything about the cooking maybe. We'll see what happens later. Well, it's warm now. Actually, whilst I remember, I'll show you this. This is a lantern that we were given for Christmas. My uncle saw loads of them in B&Q, and he bought them and he was giving them around, and I thought that looked nice hanging up in the Tinker tent. It'll light it up in the night. Don't know how long the batteries last, but they're 3 AA's, so we'll give that a try later on, as opposed to the old head torch, and see what that's like. Right, see you soon. Well, there you go. That's dinner over with. It was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't share it with you. I was too busy scoffing. Nice char grilled ribeye, mashed potatoes and sweet corn. Bit of butter on the potatoes this time. They were done to perfection. Double layer of foil, and chuck them in the coals. 55 minutes. The skins are not eatable at that, but I'd rather have the middle right than try and go for eatable skins. So I've squared away all the what do they call it, the admin, done the washing up and put it all away. I've had a bit of a I don't know, it's a bit of a mess in here. I've sort of not kept on top of the tidying up, I suppose. I've left things out ready for the morning, and it's not as tidy as it usually is when I'm up here, but then I haven't been up since December for an overnighter. It's amazing, it's gone so quick. Every time I wanted to come up, there's something happens every other day or something, so I don't haven't had a chance until now. But I've been up here for walks, and came up here a few weeks ago with my mate Fred and his lad, and had breakfast one Sunday morning. We had, in fact, he kindly donated his old frying pan, which I cooked in today. It's a great one. And it was the day that Leicester beat Man U, because his lad Jake was mad keen to get home in time to watch the match, because he's a Man U supporter. So he didn't have much of a day then, really, did he? But I've had a lovely day up here. It was really hard work getting up here, because the field was quite overgrown, and getting in here was difficult, because the entrance was overgrown with nettles, so I had to sort of make a detour, and there's a gate halfway up the side, and I didn't quite get as high as that, but I found a gap in the fence and come through. But it was a bit of a struggle getting through all the undergrowth. So it's going to be a struggle tomorrow getting home, but at least it'll be a bit lighter. I didn't show it tonight, excuse me, or today. I didn't show it today, but I'd finished the squirrel cooker. I welded the fork on the end, and I brought that up, and there wasn't really any need to use it today because I had the firebox in today, and in the evening didn't need it. But I'm going to leave that up here. I've got to take my folding shovel home because that's seized up and I can't tighten it up to make it a shovel. So I've got to take that home with me. And well, I've done my spoon carving, firewood gathering, which, like I say, was ever so wet. I mean, we had a deluge all day yesterday till late in the afternoon. In fact, I'll show you the fire in a second, and you can see it's all burning down nicely because it dries itself out, and it was just brilliant to cook on. And of course, it's the old camp TV. Now that Top Gear's finished, that's all I've got to watch, because you can't call the new Top Gear in my mind. It's like refried beans. Anyway, enough of the politics. I'm going to settle down now with my book, and I'm going to just chill for the rest of the night. It's half night. I have a feeling today or yesterday it's the longest day. Something about a strawberry moon as well. It might have been yesterday or it could have been today, I don't know. But it's still light. It's 9:30, but it's not going to get dark till 10 o'clock on anyway. But the birds are singing away. And the old pigeons have been coming in to roost on a few crows. But the birds are still singing. They've been singing all day long. It's fabulous. It really is. So I'll just show you the fire. It's all burned down nicely. I doubt whether I'll bother stoking it up. I shall just check on it every now and again and make sure nothing's going to fall out, and just leave it to run its course. I've got some wood in here for the morning. I'm going to use the firebox again probably, and the hexi stove. I do like me a cup of coffee in bed in the mornings up here, and then I shall fry up bacon and eggs and have a leisurely morning up here, and head for home. I'll say good night now, unless I get something else to say later. I think that'll probably be it now. I look forward actually to something that happens this time of year, is that the foxes sort of come out about 2 o'clock and wake me up because they're yowling and screeching. And maybe even a badger or two might come sniffing around, but I doubt very much I'll get any, well, I won't get any footage of it. I doubt even if I get any sound of it, because I shall just be quiet so I can never listen to them. See you all in the morning. Morning YouTube. It's just gone 9 o'clock. I woke up this morning about 4:30 with the dawn chorus, and wow, was it loud. And that went on for a while, and then it seemed to die down, and I read my book for a bit, and I nodded off back to sleep and woke up about 20 minutes ago. Had a cracking sleep, and the chorus was beautiful, even if it was loud. I mean, it seemed to be some of them dancing around right outside the door, but it was incredible. I mean, I hear it at home. We have the window open at night in the bedroom during the summer, and you hear it at home, but nowhere near as loud as it is out here. It's amazing. Some of it's still going on now. Looks like it's a bit overcast, and everything's still quite damp outside. But I got some bits of wood I chopped up yesterday, so I'll bat on them down and put them in the firebox and make breakfast in it. Got the old hexi stove going at the moment to boil up a billy of water for a coffee. I'm going to take a hay fever tablet as well. I'm just starting to feel myself build up for a sneeze, so I'll get back to you later. I didn't hear the foxes, by the way, or the badgers, but that could have been just because I was sparko, because I don't think I woke up at all during the night. I went to sleep about 11:30 and just zonked out. Great sleep. See you in a bit. Oh, got out the habit. Well, folks, I As I said, I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning and I went back to sleep for a couple of hours. I woke up just about 8:30 and just contemplating getting up. I've got my coffee on, and there was a rustling and a thudding, and 3 dogs and Pete turned up. And unfortunately, I'd only bought 1 cup, and 1 plate, and 1 knife and fork up here.
Well, that's okay, mate, because I knew that you wouldn't be expecting me.
It was a nice surprise, I tell you.
But I phoned your good lady up yesterday to see if you were in, and she said you were up here, so
Yeah.
I thought I'd surprise you this morning with a couple of bottles of Coupe OJ.
OJ again, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, you've had a good night, mate, haven't you?
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Decent fun.
Yeah. What a struggle it was to get here this morning. The rape down in the field, just couldn't get through it.
No.
Kept getting raped.
Yeah. Oh, it's just dreadfully overgrown, isn't it?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I mean, even here is more overgrown than it has been last year.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of getting it's up because there's no one coming through it. It's sort of just growing as it wants to.
And that field down there, I was expecting to do a little shot of it on the way back, but it's just full of poppies.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's something I want to get on the way back. Those poppies. Yeah, you can't beat them.
My dad always used to say to me that if you look at poppies, you'd get headache when I was a kid. I don't know if that was just something that he said or other people have been told the same sort of myth.
I used to say it put you to sleep.
Put you to sleep.
Yeah, make you go to sleep.
When you smoke them.
Well, it's not the same poppies though. No, I tried it.
No, it's just that he always used to say, don't look at them, you get headache.
Oh, right, yeah. No, they would say if you smell poppies, sniff poppies, you go to sleep. And then I used to think, well, how come you get poppy seeds on bread?
Yeah.
It's a myth.
Probably is.
Like the dandelions you went to bed. Old wives' tales.
Yeah, you grow up to be disappointed, don't you?
But that tree in the way, that fallen down tree.
Yeah. We came along the bank trying to keep out the field. Then you got to that tree, but you had no choice to go around it.
And then you can't get back up it.
No, it's a murder. And I could see you hadn't gone straight up because all the stingers were still there, but I ploughed through them with boots on.
No, I think I'll plough through them on the way back. See, I couldn't find the best way in that way. And nearly died climbing up the hill to try and find the gate.
Yeah, well, you got me here now, so I'll have to back.
Yeah, you'll see me right. Where the dogs have lead the way, won't they? I'll see him.
Yeah, I come up, I couldn't even see you.
It's brilliant, isn't it? The fallen down tree there covers it a bit more. Out on the path you can see the fire.
Yeah.
That's it. It's nearly well covered in October.
Yeah, nice one, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
I've been listening to the birds singing all day yesterday and this morning as well. That dawn chorus. Still a few around. I don't know where they've all gone. They've all nipped off somewhere. But there's still a lot going on, isn't there?
Yeah, it's still nice. But I think we're going to get a bit of a storm.
It feels like it, isn't it? It's muggy as anything. I've got to go and get cleaned up, have a good night's sleep, so I'll get out nice and early tomorrow. Put the X on. What? Voting.
Oh yeah, the vote. Yeah, can't talk about politics.
Can't talk about politics. I already moaned about Top Gear yesterday.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm thinking about leaving now.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Anyway, don't talk about
We won't talk about it. We won't mention it at all. I don't think anyone knows what we're thinking about that. But yeah, it's time to go. So we'll get packed up.
Yeah, nice one, mate.
Cameras up, and we'll go and try and climb over that tree.
Yeah. Get a shot of them poppies, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we will. Absolutely.
Yeah, nice one, mate. Anyway.
Right. Thanks for coming up. It's
No,
been
it's
a
nice to see
nice
you.
surprise, and
Yeah.
I had a nice bit of pastry, and
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's good, mate.
There is something about like the light up here, the greenness of it. I think that's quite soothing as well. 'Cause I feel well chilled now.
Good.
I've been champing to go. 6 months since the last time.
Amazing, isn't it? Time flies.
Yeah, and it was just as warm then in December.
Yeah.
Nearly as warm as this.
This is muggy now, though,
Oh,
isn't it?
I'm dripping. Dripping. Right.
Yeah.
So we'll get ourselves a shot of the poppies on the way out, and that will probably be the end of the film. So thanks for watching, thanks for comments, and hope you enjoyed the vid as much as I enjoyed making it. And I must remember the walking sticks. And we'll see you all soon. Good night. Good morning. Well, that was a quick day. It's like David Frost. Cheerio.
Yeah.